This is the only pastor richer than Elon Musk. A preacher so wealthy he bought a jet from Tyler Perry, built a private airstrip for it, and now lives on a 1,500-acre estate that operates like a tax-free kingdom. He doesn't just quote scripture, he monetizes it globally with a fortune so large it outshines some of the richest men in Silicon Valley. But before you can understand how truly insane this pastor's world is, we need to look at the richest pastors in the world. And it begins with this mega-rich leader whose private jet isn't even his most expensive possession. 10. Chris Okolome, Nigeria. $50 million. Pastor Chris Okolome stands as one of Africa's most recognized religious leaders with a fortune estimated at $50 million. The founder of Christ Embassy, also known as Love World Incorporated, has built an impressive empire that stretches far beyond church walls. His main home in Nigeria looks like something from a movie star's collection, complete with marble floors, crystal chandeliers, and rooms that seem to go on forever. But that's just the beginning. Pastor Chris owns several properties across different countries, including a stunning vacation house with ocean views that most people could only dream about. When it comes to getting around, Pastor Chris doesn't settle for ordinary transportation. His garage holds a collection of luxury vehicles, including a Rolls-Royce, multiple Mercedes-Benz cars, and even a private jet for international travel. These aren't just for show. He regularly uses them while moving between his many speaking engagements and church events. The Christ Embassy headquarters itself is a sight to behold. The building features state-of-the-art sound systems, giant screens, comfortable seating for thousands, and special lighting that changes colors during worship services. Many visitors describe walking into the church as entering a five-star hotel lobby rather than a religious building. Where does all this money come from? Pastor Chris has created multiple streams of income. His books sell millions of copies worldwide with titles focusing on healing, success, and spiritual growth. The Rhapsody of Realities, his daily devotional, gets translated into over 100 languages and distributed globally each month. His television network, Love World, broadcasts 24 hours a day to viewers across Africa, Europe, America, and Asia. These channels feature his sermons, healing services, and special programs that attract advertisers and subscribers who pay monthly fees to access premium content. Perhaps the biggest source of his wealth comes from his devoted followers. With millions of members worldwide, the regular tithes and special offerings add up quickly. During major events, it's not uncommon for single donations worth thousands of dollars to pour in from excited church members. Pastor Chris lives like a king with private jets and marble halls. But the next name took miracles to primetime television. One healing service at a time, he turned faith into a global show where every miracle came with $1 million spotlight. 9. Benny Hinn, USA. $60 million. Benny Hinn stands as one of the most recognized faces in American religious broadcasting with a fortune estimated at $60 million. Born in Israel, but based in the United States, this famous pastor built his wealth through decades of television ministry and massive healing crusades that attract thousands of followers. His TV show, This Is Your Day, reaches millions of viewers across the globe. The program features what Hinn calls miracle healing services where people claim to be cured of various illnesses. These televised events have made him a household name in many countries. The pastor lives quite comfortably with several luxury homes in his collection. His main residence in California comes with all the extras someone might expect from a multimillionaire. Swimming pools, fancy gardens, and lots of space. He also owns properties in other states and countries, giving him beautiful places to stay during his worldwide travels. Hinn's car collection would make many people jealous. His garage holds several high-end vehicles, including Mercedes-Benz models and other expensive cars that often cost more than what most families earn in several years. The money for this lifestyle comes from different sources. His ministry receives millions in donations from followers who believe in his message. Book sales add another stream of income with titles that have sold millions of copies worldwide. Then there are speaking fees. Hinn commands large payments for appearances at churches and events. His private jet allows him to travel in style between crusades and speaking engagements. This luxury aircraft costs millions to buy and thousands per hour to operate. But he considers it necessary for his international ministry work. Critics have questioned how a religious leader amassed such wealth, pointing to the contrast between his luxury lifestyle and the modest means of many who donate to his ministry. These concerns led to a Senate investigation into his finances in 2007. Though no charges resulted from the inquiry. Despite controversies, he maintains a devoted following who support his ministry through regular donations. His media empire continues to grow with online streaming now complementing his traditional television broadcasts. Through careful business deals and a strong brand built over decades, Benny Hinn has secured his place among the world's wealthiest religious leaders. Benny Hinn built an empire flashing miracles on TV screens. But the next pastor built an entire city where faith runs the streets, jets fill the sky, and fortunes grow faster than anyone ever imagined. 8. Enoch Adabo, Nigeria, $65 million. Pastor Enoch Adeboye stands tall among religious leaders with his impressive $65 million fortune. As the head of the Redeemed Christian Church of God in Nigeria, he has built quite a collection of amazing things over the years. His main home sits on a massive piece of land that many people call the Redemption Camp. This isn't just any regular house. It's a huge estate with beautiful gardens and plenty of space for guests. The camp itself has grown into a small city with schools, stores, and houses for church members. Pastor Adeboye doesn't just have one nice car. He has several. His collection includes fancy Mercedes-Benz vehicles and at least one private jet that helps him travel to preach around the world. Getting from place to place is never a problem when someone has their own airplane. The money didn't just appear out of nowhere. Pastor Adeboye made smart choices with church funds and his own investments. He owns shares in many successful businesses across Nigeria and beyond. Some reports say he has money in oil companies, banks, and real estate developments throughout Africa. Speaking of real estate, the pastor owns properties in several countries. Besides his Nigerian headquarters, he has houses in the United Kingdom and the United States. These homes serve as basis for his international ministry work, but also represent solid investments that grow in value over time. The Redeemed Christian Church of God itself is huge with thousands of branches in over 190 countries. Each of these churches sends money back to the main organization, creating a steady flow of cash that helps fund Pastor Adeboye's lifestyle and church projects. His publishing company produces books, magazines, and study materials that sell millions of copies worldwide. These sales add another stream of income to his already impressive fortune. Unlike some other wealthy pastors, Adeboye maintains a somewhat humble public image despite his riches. He often wears simple clothing and speaks about the importance of giving to others. The church runs several charity programs that help poor communities with food, education, and healthcare. Pastor Adeboye's rise to wealth shows how religious leadership can become extremely profitable when combined with business sense. Adeboye rules over a sea of churches that stretch across continents. But the next figure steps into luxury like it is stitched into his skin. His cars glitter like gold bars and his real estate map covers half the globe. 7. Hubert Angel, Zimbabwe, UK. $100 million. Hubert Angel stands tall among the world's wealthiest religious leaders with a fortune of $100 million. Born in Zimbabwe, but now splitting his time between his homeland and the United Kingdom, Angel founded the Spirit Embassy Church, which later became known as Good News Church. Angel's wealth comes from more than just preaching. He owns an impressive collection of properties around the world. His real estate holdings include beautiful mansions in Zimbabwe, South Africa, and the United Kingdom. One of his most eye-catching homes sits on the banks of a river in an exclusive neighborhood where many rich and famous people live. The pastor loves fancy cars, too. His garage is filled with high-end vehicles like Lamborghinis, Bentleys, and Rolls-Royces. Angel often posts pictures of these cars on social media, showing them off to his many followers. Beyond church work and collecting nice things, Angel has built several successful businesses. He runs Angel Organization, which handles investments in different areas like real estate, restaurants, and hotels. The pastor also started Miracle TV, a television network that broadcasts his sermons to people in many countries. Angel's church members give generous donations that help grow his wealth. Many followers believe that giving money to the church will bring them blessings and good fortune. This practice, sometimes called seed faith, encourages people to donate large amounts with hopes of receiving even bigger rewards later. The pastor lives a very comfortable life, often traveling in private jets and staying at the best hotels when visiting different countries to preach. He wears designer clothes and expensive watches that show off his success. Uber Angel glides through life with private jets and designer suits. But what happens when a preacher starts building universities, banks, and global media empires while still preaching about salvation? 6th, Pat Robertson, USA. $100 million. Pat Robertson stands among the wealthiest religious leaders in the world with a fortune of $100 million. Born in 1930, this American televangelist built his empire through the Christian broadcasting network known as CBN, which he founded back in 1961. The network grew from a tiny television station in Virginia to a massive media organization that reaches millions of people across the globe. Robertson's wealth comes from several sources. The 700 Club, his long-running television show, attracts viewers and donations daily. He also created Regent University and the American Center for Law and Justice, both adding to his financial portfolio. His business ventures extend beyond religious programming into areas like banking, real estate, and even a failed oil refinery in California. The televangelist lives quite comfortably with multiple luxury properties. His main residence sits on a sprawling estate in Virginia Beach, complete with manicured gardens and private security. Robertson also owns vacation homes in several states and has been known to travel in private jets when attending speaking engagements or business meetings. His car collection includes high-end vehicles like Mercedes-Benz and Cadillac models. When not driving himself, Robertson often travels with personal security and drivers, befitting someone of his status and wealth. Despite being in his 90s, Robertson maintained significant influence in both religious and political circles for decades. He even ran for president in 1988, showing his political ambitions went beyond television commentary. His Operation Blessing charity claims to have helped millions worldwide through humanitarian aid. Critics point out the contrast between Robertson's message and his lifestyle. While preaching about charity and humility, he enjoys privileges most people never experience. His defenders argue that his success simply reflects God's blessing on his ministry and business skills. The televangelist's books have sold millions of copies, creating another revenue stream. His autobiography, Shouted from the Housetops, details his journey from humble beginnings to media mogul status. Robertson's influence extends through generations of viewers who grew up watching him on television. His son, Gordon, now handles much of the day-to-day operations at CBN, ensuring the Robertson legacy and fortune continue into the future. Pat Robertson turned religion into one of the sharpest businesses on earth. Yet the next man smiles wider, preaches softer, and somehow stacks fortune after fortune behind the doors of the biggest church in America. 5. Joel Osteen, USA, $100 million.